Well, hello YouTube. Logan here from J5 Studios. Today we got a special video, a video that I've really been planning to do since restarting this channel. And you know, I'll just go ahead and show you where we're at to start this. Here we are. A lot of you people are going to recognize this. It's the Shawshank prison from the movie Shawshank Redemption. We're going here, check some stuff out. A lot of filming locations to check out today around the Mansfield and Ashland and Upper Sandusky area. We're going to hit as many as I can, as many as that's been documented, but like 60% of the movie was filmed in here, so if not more. But let's get in here, check it out, show you guys some stuff. Welcome to Shawshank. Alright, so at the start of this, the movie actually shows like an establishing shot of the entire like prison right here.
They didn't auto-track you first time, sorry.
So to start this, they actually have like an establishing shot right here of the entire prison. They have probably the camera on either a gimbal or they put on a vehicle or something like that, and they have it coming down this way. They've got the freaking prison bus coming through. It goes that way. The prisoners enter in, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, this is kind of the shot you see from that angle basically pretty early into the film after they do like the court stuff. First shot, it's a beautiful shot of the prison right in the beginning of the film is right here. But this is it. A little bit higher, of course. We can't get that high. We don't have freaking, we have a DJI Osmos. We don't have the crap to do that. But prison, check it out. Look at it again. Here it is. Ta-da. Pretty dope, huh? Yeah, cool. Cool as frick. All right, follow me. Walk with me, cameraman. So we're gonna go over here to where the pond is, because watch this goose crap. There's thousands. We're walking right into a bunch of goose poop. All right, so don't walk into goose poop when you do this. But I'm gonna show you guys a secret that isn't here anymore, but it was here 10 years ago. And I should have some footage of it that I'm gonna throw in right here with me. Why is there so much goose poop? This is ridiculous. So right here, right by this pond, there's a little, what looks like it used to be a placard, right? This is where they had a section of the famous oak tree that's at the end of the movie. They got struck by lightning, or I think it got in a windstorm. Something happened to the tree. The tree's gone now, RIP. But this was a section. They had it here for years. I'm not 100% sure why they removed it. It's kind of sad, because you could come here and like still see the tree. And they had a little placard here. It's freaking gone now, but I'll insert footage that I have from 10 years ago of when the tree was here. But yeah, that's it. That was really it. I just wanted to show this because it's no longer here, but it used to be. I don't know what happened to the tree. I think they did like knickknacks and built tables out of the wood and crap like that. Now there's goose poop everywhere instead. It's kind of hard to get a good shot of the full prison right now because they got trees and stuff, but as you're entering in, this is what it looks like. So it's pretty neat. Overcast day. Man, I gotta pee. Pretty cool. All right, and if this floor looks familiar to you, that is because this scene right here is also from Shawshank. I believe this is the scene when Warden and Andy are talking to each other. They come down the stairs and they're discussing him getting funding for his library. This is the stairwell from that scene. All right, so here's the stairwell, which Andy and the Warden are talking. He's wanting to get funding for his library. They would come here. They would go right down these steps. They kept talking, doing their thing. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there it is. Ta-da. Got some movie posters here, too. This is signed by Frank Darabont. He's the freaking director. Look at that. That is cool. That's freaking neat. Okay, so here we are. This is the entrance into kind of the warden's office. This was the door that they break with the glass when Andy's doing the record playing and stuff like that. And if you look here, you can see they actually put this glass back. For a long time, this glass wasn't here. And I'll go on this side so you can see it. Check it out. This wasn't here when I came here 10 years ago. They actually left it out for production, pretty much. Seems like they put it back in just to make it look more realistic, but the actual glass he broke was gone forever, and they've replaced it now, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see this or not. Can you see this giant sign up here? We'll show it later. It's going to just keep tracking me. We'll show it later. There's a sign up here you guys will see in a second. We'll get this shot in a minute. Oh, here's another movie poster. Check this out. I don't know who signed it. They didn't say. It's probably people that have been here for different reunions, I would say. Got a lot of stuff right here. History of Shawshank Redemption. I'm assuming this is some stuff from Shawshank Redemption. Let's go in this room and see what's in here. Oh, wow, look at this. All sorts of stuff from Shawshank Redemption. Got a videotape here. Got a cassette tape there. VHS tape there. Here's a cassette tape. See that? Looks like there's some Mansfield articles from when they filmed here. This was the premiere. Wow, this is cool. A lot of cool stuff in here. That's actually from the world premiere of it. We'll be going there later to the Renaissance Theater. Different seasons, the book that it was in. It's like 38,000 words, which is like half of what the Sorcerer's Stone is. Wow, and this is pretty rad. Key to the City. Not sure who it was presented to. Here's some production photos throughout. This is the prison that they actually built. They didn't use the actual prison for Shawshank. They built a set. Dang, that's crazy. This was the drawer that was in Andy's cell. Wow, dude, that's crazy. It's in like one shot, either at the end or in the middle of the movie. I can't remember. More production stuff here. This whole room's full of Shawshank stuff, man. This is cool as frick. You think he's actually this tall?
No shot.
Boy's tall as frick, man. Tim Robbins, you're not that tall. Set pass, just and various stuff, like a lot of stuff in here. I could spend in here forever looking at this. So much stuff, so much cool stuff. Film reel, prop was used, Shawshank Redemption. Wow, they have the freaking prop. When he was up in the room and he was getting, unspeakable things done to him. Yeah, that's cool. We're going to see all this stuff later. Here's the chapel. This is where actually the movie theater is in the movie. So we'll be checking that out as well. The biggest thing you can match up with that is the murals apparent in both the movie and when we get there. So you'll be able to see both of those. This room's cool as frick. Okay, so the record scene. When he's playing the record. This is it. I don't know if this is the desk. Probably not the desk from that scene. This is where that whole scene goes on. And then you see the guard come in, break the glass, go after Andy. Loud lady that you don't even know her name is singing, doing her thing. Yeah, this is it. This is the location for that scene with the record right here. And of course I'm going to sit down. Why not? Looks like it's just a book. But anyways, pretty rad. This is the warden's office right here. So the first thing you're going to notice when you come in this room, here's the safe with the judgment cometh and right soon. Don't know if that's reproduction. Okay, it's a reproduction. This is the original safe from the movie. They got it behind glass. You used to be able to open this up years ago. You used to be able to open that up. Things have changed, but that is that's the safe. How cool is that? Got the desk. I mean, this is amazing. This is actually where, you know, he ends up freaking, the warden shoots himself. You get a good shot here of him looking out the window in a scene when the guys are coming in to arrest him. Used to be able to sit here too. I don't know if this is the original desk or not either. Probably just a reproduction. They got these cardboard cutouts though. These things are the coolest freaking things ever. Clancy Brown right here. Savage Opress from Clone Wars. And Bob Newton, the warden. I got a good story about him I might tell later. But yeah, warden's office. Again, super dope. Like I just said, this is the window he's looking out of as the people are coming in to arrest him at the end of the movie. This is what he would have looked out of. Also where he blew his brains out. Look, there's still blood from the movie up there. You see that? You see that? Wow, they left it there. I'm totally lying. That must have been something they did to recreate a scene, but they have blood splatter up there. Yeah, this is the window he looked out of. They've definitely dedicated a lot of this area to Shawshank memorabilia. Books and records, Brooks Library, wooden crates. Pretty cool. This is actually the door from the solitary confinement scene. They actually had to use a prop door to make it look correct. They also, I believe, added a toilet to the scene just to make it look, you know, more realistic. But yeah, this is a screen-used prop door for solitary confinement. Wow, look at this. These must have been the trays used in the actual movie here for the cafeteria scenes. You can see the boys over there having a good old time, talking it up. That's cool they have that. Oh, they even have the speaker from the yard for the scene where the lady's talking and no one knows what she's actually saying. The record player too, check that out. That is cool. And the record. Actual prop used in the Shawshank Redemption. Wow. That's pretty dope. Huh? Just the mic?
What?
The record player is the same model. The microphone. Oh, good job, Tackett. This is not in the movie. This is in the movie.
This is just the same model.
It's just the same model, not the one used. But this is the one he's, hitting and playing music through in that scene. This microphone right here, actually. It's that microphone. So, yeah, one of the many used in the mess hall scenes in Shawshank Redemption. Wow, even the table. The table is from that scene. That's rad. Man. Wow. This was the compass purchased at the prawn shop. Look at that. Whoa. This was the box that read, played by Morgan Freeman, uncovered from below the famous oak tree right there. That is the, wow. Which I always thought that was the Titanic, but it's actually the Queen Mary. But that's it. It's where the money would have been. And the note, which is this note, but that's not the actual note. I would imagine that's not the actual note. But that's probably one of the best scenes ever in the history of movie making. I love that scene so much. With the old famous oak tree. Wow, and look at this. This is the Brooks screen-worn prison outfit. That is so cool that they have that. Yeah, the one that Brooks wore. That's so cool. Wow. There is so much to see when you come here. Yeah, and so this was a big deal. I remember back like a decade ago, they couldn't find the Brooks was here, so was red, and it was somehow, so some years later the original was turned and is on display in the case above. So if you look here, that's it. That's the original Brooks was here. Let me get a better shot for you guys. There it is. Now it's glary, but that's it. That's amazing. And some more props down here. These 3 rooms are just full of so many props from the movie. Freaking glare, man. Here we got some books from the library. There was like 9,000 books, I think is what that said. And these are some of them. I don't know if this is the original sign. I don't think it is. It might be. It definitely could be the one from the movie. I don't know if it's listed anywhere. Let me read. Hang on. Frank and Ray Darabont Gallery. More autographs from him. Various art pieces here that you can see. Looks like this is a overseas movie poster here. Signed by Frank himself. That's rad, man. That is so cool. Looks like there's a few different things here on display. And they do a lot of stuff for Shawshank Redemption in Mansfield. They have reunions every year. This will be the 30th anniversary this year. And they'll be having a big event for it, that's for sure. So these are cool. I like these little pieces of art that they've got on display. You can check out through here. Man, some of this artwork's really good too. Look at that one, where he's escaping. Dag on, man. This is cool. Okay, so in here, this is the parole room. This is where Red comes in here. He gets rehabilitated. So the guys would have been sitting here doing their thing. He basically tells them to screw off at the end and gets sent home. So, but yeah, this is the room. I think it's in like 3 scenes. This is where they did it. Looks almost exactly like it does in the movie, actually. So yeah, like I was saying, here's the desk. You can see this picture here of the boys getting ready to judge Morgan Freeman for his crimes. This is what it looks like. Something really cool that they got here is they actually have Morgan Freeman's screen-used prison outfit right here, which is real cool to think about. All right, now we're entering the halfway house here. So this was the door. I believe this was the door that they had in the movie. And then this was Brooke's room. Red was also here. This was it. This was the room that they stayed in. Bed. A lot of this stuff's reproduction now. Pretty sure this whole thing is a reproduction up here. But yeah, this was the room that Brooks was in and unfortunately ended his life right there. Featured in Shawshank Redemption. Like I said, a lot of this stuff's probably just props that they've put here. I don't think it's actually screen used stuff. But halfway house, pretty dope. Like I said, this is definitely reproduction here. I don't think that this is actually from the Shawshank Redemption. There's a little placard telling you about it being Brooke's room. Pause it if you want to read it. Pretty good information here. Oh, you know what it is? It's his letter. It's the letter. It's when he's narrating. That's dope. I love that scene. It's such a good scene. All right, so in Shawshank, this is the movie theater. It's the chapel in real life, but in Shawshank, it's the movie theater. So this is where he would have saw Rita Hayworth and asked Red for the poster. This was the location for that scene. You can definitely know if you go back and watch it from the pillars. The pillars definitely give it away. It's also just really cool and old, that's for sure. But it's just crazy for me to think about, like, all those guys just chilling and hanging out right here. You know, Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, all those guys were right here in this room doing their thing. So we're here in the East Cell, and one of the biggest things you got to talk about when you're talking about the Shawshank Redemption is, where did they film the prison scenes? Well, obviously they didn't film it here because these cells don't face each other like they do in the movie. It's all just one continual line. So I'm going to show you where they built that set. In fact, it was right here. So there's not very much left, but this was the old Westinghouse warehouses here in Mansfield, and this is where it's believed that they built the set for the prison cells used in Shawshank. Now, there's nothing here, it's just a freaking field of dirt, but at one point there was a warehouse full of cells in this area. But unfortunately, this is all that's left. There's not really a lot to see here. They're tearing stuff down, they got fences up, they got construction vehicles going on. And it's not specific of where it was or where it would be, but just know that this is where the warehouse once stood that had these cells for the Shawshank Redemption scenes, like where the fat dude gets beat up and, you know, Andy's cell and all that stuff. It was built in a warehouse in this area. I'm assuming right here, just because it's a big open field. It could be over here. It could be somewhere kind of in this vicinity. But I would almost bet that it was probably here at some point. But right now it's just a field. It'll be a field forever. I apologize for the wind. Walk with me, cameraman. All right, so here we are. This is, not only was the library actually at the reformatory, but it was actually the library used in the movie as well. So I think they built sets in here. We've been looking at some screenshots of various scenes that were in here. Now the pillars here, you can definitely see them throughout the entire thing. So if you follow me over here, when they're building the library out in the movie, you can actually see these pillars. So that's one way of making sure that this lines up and that it's the correct scene from in the movie area, whatever, because you definitely see these when they're doing the new construction. So that's pretty cool. It's cool that they used it for an actual library, and actually in the movie it is the library. Yeah, this is it. Shawshank Prison Library. We're entering the shower area now, which is probably the most disgusting beginning of all of the Shawshank stuff. Fun fact, they actually had super cold water when they did that scene. So all the guys are freezing to death in that scene. Old Boggs comes up, he's being a little creep to Andy. But this is it. This is where they filmed it. You can see here, you see the actual shower heads here. I think it was an actual prison shower also. But this is the scene, and this is where they were taking freaking weird group showers. Prison life. All the shower stuff. Look, they even tell you right here, filming the Shawshank Redemption in the East Shower Room. So it's marked. It's the only room like this, I believe, on the tour. Here we go. Shower room. All right. Okay, so there's a lot in this room here. When they first get to Shawshank, they line up right here on this line. You see it here on the ground? That's where they all line up together. And Clancy Brown beats the frick out of that dude for saying when he gets to eat. Check this out though. Like, this is the a prop used from the movie. This is the yard pipe they actually use. And if you come over here and you look up here, you can actually see the hole that was in the movie that he looks down when he's like observing it. And if you look over here, you can actually see down the pipe. So here, cameraman, you stand there and do that. I'll go on the other side. Excuse me. If you go down here, as long as there's no glare, you should be able to see me at the other end of this pipe. So Tim Robbins would have went down this pipe back and forth. Well, not back and forth. He went one way, and this was the poop pipe. Pretty rad. Oh, you getting it from up there? Can you guys see me? I don't know if you can see me or not. Yeah, Tack, it says you can see me. Now you're inside the pipe looking at me, just like Andy. Man, what a camera angle that was. Good job.
There, you couldn't see.
All right.
You couldn't see me.
Looks like we got some more set photos here and there of various things. Morgan Freeman right there, shooting yards in the scene, and the shooting scenes in the yard. Frick. This gives you more of a layout. See, you can see where they tore down a lot of the stuff in the back for the new construction area. There's actually red in the cemetery. This is the pipe that they actually had at the end of the movie where he puts his arms up. And obviously, you can see right here from the representation. So Tim Robbins would have came right out of this pipe, threw his hands up. It kind of looks a little different. It's kind of like they only saved half of it because you only see this. So this is kind of, man, see the curve here?
It might have just been from the shot. This
Yeah, it may have just been a...
come down like this. It looks like a pipe. Looks like a pipe when you're like this, maybe. It's like
Yeah.
where they see him come out the end, you know?
Okay, that's a possibility. Definitely. But come over here, check this out. You're okay. This is the hole that the warden looks through when they move the poster. I don't remember her name. Rockwell, whatever. This is the pipe. You can see Tackett down there. See old JT down there. He's playing the warden. See that? Look at that. Perfect. Thank you. So stay here. You can see what it's made out of too. We'll show that in a second. Yeah, this is what it would have looked like. I just wanted to play the warden. I didn't want Tackett to get all the credit. Sorry, Tackett. But yeah, this is it. This is rad that they have these movie props here, and this is the tunnel. Come over here, cameraman. Hey, come over here. Show the material it's made out of. And see,
Beehives.
it's concrete, right?
Beehives.
No, it's concrete.
They got 6,000 beehives and glued them together.
Concrete. Don't listen to him. Here's them building it here. That's the scene I was just talking about. That's pretty rad. It's pretty rad that has survived this long. And of course, you got Red here. You got Andy Dufresne. So yeah, this is that area, right when you first see the prison, very early on into it.
Yeah. There's a bird in here, dude.
Really cool to check this out. Definitely one of the highlights is coming in this room and seeing all this stuff, especially with the movie props and things like that. And it's pretty late into the tour when you get to this point, so the hype is real. Okay, so we're down here in the solitary confinement area of the reformatory, and this is actually the solitary confinement for Andy. So he would have been in here. They would have got some shots looking out at the warden from here, but it's probably hard to see me. This is where he was at. And I think the toilet and stuff, I think this is all added props. Like, I don't remember this being here. or if it's actually from the movie or not. I don't know. This looks like blood splatter, but it's definitely not. But yeah, this was it. This was the cell that Tim Robbins was in for Shawshank Redemption. Right here. And then here from inside the cell, this is where Warden would have been standing, telling him he was a little obtuse about where Tackett was. He actually comes into the scene, or into the cell, and says, "You catching my drift? Or am I being obtuse?" So now we're outside, and this is the yard area right here. And this is actually where you can see Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins out here talking about what they're going to do when they get out of prison. This was the area that was filmed. I think they were sitting somewhere over in that area is actually where they were sitting. Maybe across this wall or that wall. But yeah, this was definitely the area where they had the Say Wataneo moment. Tells them to go to the oak tree, check it out. The yard. Check this out too. This is a good shot when they first enter the prison. Looks very similar to this right here. Gets a good up shot like this right before they enter into the prison, which actually would be right here, which is where they lined up. I showed that a little bit ago. So it matches up in real life, actually. Alright, so I gotta give a shout out here to YouTube user Come See With Me, because I believe he's the first one to document this. But if you look here on the second floor, this is actually the Elmo Blatch cell block that is in the movie. This is it. He went through a bunch of stuff to line it up. This is, I believe, as thorough as that guy was giving information in his video, I do believe he is correct that this is the cell block they used for that scene where he's basically saying, hey, I was the one that actually murdered those people, not Andy Dufresne. So that's cool. I don't know, that's not like posted anywhere. It's very unknown besides his video. But, you know, go back, watch it. Watch his video. He goes way more in detail than I'm going to. That's definitely the scene. I wish you could go up there, but you can't. But that's it. Alright, so what you're looking at right here, this is the cafeteria scene from Shawshank. So this is where they would have been talking about getting books and funding and things like that. The maggot would have been given to Jake in this area. This is it. It's very, very easy to tell in the movie that this is it. These pillars stick out. The floor sticks out. Pretty obvious when you go to rewatch it that this is the cafeteria area right here. Really is not like filming location stuff, but a little tidbit of information here that they actually used these cupboards for production equipment in the Shawshank Redemption. You can actually see some remains. Look, like it says Castle Rock Electrical. That's crazy. That's pretty cool. So yeah, these were used during production. They were used for various other things while the prison was active, but you can see here where it says like Castle Rock, that's who made the movie. That's dope. Okay, so here we have the Brewer Hotel. It's called the Blissman Building in real life, but this is it. So this is where Brooks and Red end up when they get out of prison, and this is the site for that. This building is super cool looking, and apparently haunted. I'm gonna walk across here. It's also where they use the very like short 5-second clip of the newspaper, the Daily Bugle, I think is what they call it, and it was filmed in this little room right here at the corner of this building. Very well documented that that's for sure where they do that. But yeah, the Blissman Building. You can see here. Here's one of the Shawshank Trail signs that they have for all this stuff. And they actually still have the awning here that says Brewer Hotel. I don't know if you guys can see that with the wind. Official filming site of the Shawshank Redemption. The Blissman Building. Super cool. I'm gonna try and line up a shot real quick, see if I can get it right. So the shot from the movie where Brooks is kind of going up into it, it's about like this. I'm a little off, but this is kind of where he's coming from for sure. I almost fell. It's about right here. It's about where he's coming into the building, and then the actual interior was not filmed here. It was actually filmed back at the prison. Okay, so we're heading up to this antique shop, which in the movie was used for the scene where Red is getting ready to head to meet Andy at the end of the film. And he looks in the window and he sees, you know, a pistol. I think it may have been a revolver. But there's been a few things that have been debunked as far as the filming location for this, and I want to talk about that for a minute and let you guys understand how this shot really went, how it was lined up. As it's been discovered pretty recently within like the last year or so that some things have been incorrect. So if you look right here, you can see this fire escape right here, and it's actually believed that Red looks through one of these windows right here and not the pawn shop windows. The reason for that is this fire escape here. You can clearly see it in the shot. So that's actually where he looks into, is my understanding after rewatching it, and it's not the antique store up here. Rewatch it, you'll definitely notice that, and it'll make sense. Also, right next to the antique shop is the Mansfield Visitor Center. So, but yeah, okay, so here is the what they claim is the movie site, which unfortunately is incorrect. He does not look in any of these windows here like you think he does. But it's believed that because the windows are so ginormous, but that's actually not the case. Now, if you come up here, notice this little alleyway here. This is actually where they built the set that was used in the movie. They built just like a false wall here with a little window. They looked through it, and that's where Morgan Freeman's looking at the gun, and the compass is right here. And the best way to line that up is to come over here, and you look right down this little alleyway here, and rewatch it. You'll notice that house back there, the White House, right there. You'll notice that house in the shot. You'll notice this alleyway in the shot, which looks about like this. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, but that is the true location of that scene, is actually right here, built into this little spot right here. So just a little bit of information for you. It is not the antique store, but it is right next to the antique store, so that's pretty cool. So now we're at Central Park here, downtown Mansfield. This is the scene where Brooke is feeding the birds. They still have his bench here, actually, so we're going to show you that and talk about it a little bit. Okay, so here we are, and if you look right here, here is the movie site bench. Now, I don't think it's in the same spot because they built a gazebo, and I believe that is where this bench was at, but they designate this as the movie site for the Shawshank Trail. But I actually think it was right there where that gazebo's at. But yeah, this is Brooks' bench right here, feeding the birds, hoping that Jake would show up. Spoiler alert, he didn't. Brooks' bench right here. Okay, so this next thing I'm going to show you guys is not a actual filming location, but it is where they world premiered the Shawshank. This is where they world premiered Shawshank Redemption here in Mansfield, Ohio. The Renaissance Theater. I have been here. Actually, 10 years ago for the 20th anniversary, I was able to sit inside and watch the movie on an old film reel. It was super cool to sit in there and watch it just like they would have done 20 years ago. Now it's 30 years ago, but yeah, you're not gonna be able to see very much. It's not open right now, you can't see inside, but this is where it debuted, and I will say it was really neat looking inside there. Old, incredible theater. This was it. The Warden was actually there, Bob Gooten, when I saw it. I don't think I took any videos or anything back then of it, but I was there, trust me, and this is it. Just a cool old theater. We'll get some shots closer here. You can see, I don't really know if you can see much inside there, but that's it. They actually have an old kiosk up here at the front that you can look at and check out. They have another one of these Shawshank Trail signs here. Yeah, look at this. That's pretty rad to see that. You can see the old ticket booth there. Looks like I got some lights on inside too. I don't know if we can, maybe you can peek in there. There ain't much to see from here. You can't, I don't really think there's much to see at all. But that was it. They'll probably play it again this year for the 30th, I would imagine. That's usually what they seem to do. Yeah, Renaissance Theater, the location of the world premiere of the Shawshank Redemption. Once again, down here in Mansfield, Ohio. Okay, here we are, KV Market. This is the location of the Foodway in the Shawshank Redemption. You can actually see right there on the side a mural with Morgan Freeman on it. The interior looks nothing like the movie, nothing at all. They claim that the bathroom was used in the bathroom scenes, but it's not confirmed either. But yeah, KV Market, location of the Foodway. But just warning you, the inside looks nothing like it did in the movie. But they do have this cool mural on the side, and it's crazy to think about Morgan Freeman being inside there bagging groceries and going back in the bathroom and wiping his face. Okay, so now I'm in the town of Ashland, Ohio. And another kind of newly discovered filming site is this building right here. This is the A&M Fire Protection Welding Supplies building now, but for filming, they actually use this for the laundry scenes showing Andy kind of loading and unloading the laundry, and unfortunately also getting attacked by the sisters. This is the building that they used for it. The inside does not look like it anymore. You really can't even hardly tell that it was a laundromat at some point. I think when they filmed it, it was a laundromat. Like, it was an active, like, industrial laundromat. Now it's just a place you can go to pick up some various blue-collar supplies for your job. But yeah, here it is. This is it. A&M Fire Protection Welding Supplies was at one point the filming location for the laundromat scenes in Shawshank. It was believed for a long time to be filmed in the prison somewhere, but that is not the case. Right here it is, in Ashland, Ohio. Okay, now in downtown Ashley here, and this was the site for the scene where Red is buying a bus ticket to go to Fort Hancock, Texas. Fort Hancock, Texas. That's my best Morgan Freeman impression. Oh, and it does say it. Look, right here. Official Shawshank Trail moving. I didn't think this had a marker on it, because when I looked it up online, I couldn't see anything. Clearly, this building is closed. They have moved. They are no longer a thrift store. If you look in here, there's like nothing in here. See that? It's totally empty. I think the scene happened like in this corner here. I actually thought they used to have a little display for it inside there. But this is it. This is where the scene was, where Red buys the bus ticket to go see Andy. It's a very, very, very short scene. But here it is. I'll walk across the street here, kind of show you guys a full view of it here. Yeah, I didn't even see this on the official Shawshank Trail website anymore, and it kind of makes sense because technically there's nothing here. There's no thrift store here anymore, so you can't really go inside to check it out. It's a abandoned thrift store in Ashland, Ohio now. But this was it. It's crazy to think that at some point they had Morgan Freeman here to do what was essentially a 2.5 second scene. Just him getting a ticket and saying Fort Hancock, Texas. And that was it. And they had him come all the way here just for that. Here comes a car. So they had him here just for that. And it's so weird that they built a set, did all this work, spent probably a couple $1,000s, who knows, to build this set for that one little spot. It's like the shortest scene ever. But here it is. The bus depot. Alright, now I'm walking down downtown Ashley here. And this is the location for the bank scene. And it's pretty obvious. I think they still have the bank vault still present, like you can see it. So let's take a look at that. I'm actually not sure which building it is. Is it this one? This looks like a freaking bank, doesn't it? Yep, this is it. Crosby Advisory Group. This is definitely it. I don't know if they're open today or not. You can see right there, it actually says movie site, Shawshank Trail. Yep, there's that. It doesn't look like it's open. Nope, I think they're closed. Oh, but if you look, I don't know if you can see it or not. I can see the bank vault, like clear as day back there, which is really cool. Oh, there you go. See the bank vault back there? Sorry it's closed today, guys, but that's it. You can definitely see it back there. Let me see if I can move over a little bit. See it out of the glare? You can see that bank vault clear in the film. Oh man, I wish I could get in there. That's so dang cool. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little better there. That's the bank vault from Shawshank. By bank vault, I mean that thing back there. It's definitely it. And that's a little bit of a longer scene than the bus depot. This is it. So this place is called Crosby's Advisory Group. It looks like they're okay with you going in and filming if they put it as a film site. Let me see if I can get that vault one more time. One more time. I just want to show. I've never been in here. This is like one of the sites I've never been to. That's so cool. The door is obviously open, so you can kind of see it there. You can kind of see the door is open a little bit. Alright, well that's it. That's it for the Maine National Bank. Alright, now we're driving out in the middle of nowhere, Ohio here. This is actually at the Malabar Farm State Park here. Oh, you see a dude running down the street too while he's running in the middle of the woods. I've never seen anyone out here. That's the first person I've ever seen out here, believe it or not. But this is the location of the beginning scene, which is the the cabin retreat that Andy's wife and lover is at, and you think maybe he murdered them, maybe he didn't. This is the location for that. I really hope there's not an event going on up here. I do see a lot of cars parked up here, so there might be something going on, because they do rent this thing out. But I think there's a trail back here too. I don't know. Let's just figure out what's going on here. Guys, I was right. There is an event going on here, but this is the cabin. I'm going to be brief here because I don't want to record those people. They're filling up a cooler. This is the cabin for Andy. His car would have been parked in this area. He would have got out and actually done nothing because he was innocent. There's the cabin right there. Pretty rad. Wonder what they're setting up for. Who knows? Pug Cabin State Park. Pug Cabin at Malabar Farm State Park. Right here. That's it. I actually have some footage of it at night. I'll put it in right here. And there we are. I kind of want to wait until it got a little darker out so you could kind of, feel the mood of the movie. So, Andy's car would have been around this area. You would have saw him get out, start heading towards the cabin to confront his wife, who was, doing stupid stuff. And he ended up driving off, going home. You've seen the movie. If you're watching Filming Locations, you know what the frick he did. And I will say this, they do a great job with all the Shawshank filming locations, with the Shawshank Trail markers, basically everywhere that you can find anything for the movie. But yeah, so this is the cabin here that is the outside of the shot. That's it. You can line up shots here and there. In general, though, this is the cabin they used. I don't think they used the interiors. They probably used the interiors somewhere else. I might be totally wrong on that. There's not very much of an interior scene besides them making out on the freaking door. But that is it. Pug Cabin, Malabar Farm. There we go. Pretty neat. Alright, one more shot. They haven't noticed me yet. There's the cabin. We have now arrived at Upper Sandusky. Fun fact, it's below regular Sandusky, Ohio. And this is the courthouse here in downtown Upper Sandusky. This is the location of the beginning scene when Andy is in the courtroom and he is being convicted of murdering his wife and her lover. This is where it was filmed. It was filmed inside one of these courtrooms. Obviously, I can't get in there to show you guys that because it's a, active courthouse. But this is it. Inside those walls is where they filmed the first scene of Shawshank Redemption. Well, first beginning intro scene, that and the cabin was right here. The cabin was, you know what I'm saying. This is where they filmed the court scene. Crossing the street here to show you guys something that is actually pretty freaking cool. So I show these historical markers all the time, but this one actually has information with the Shawshank Redemption in it. It mentions like Stephen King, Frank Darabont, Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman. Many courtroom extras were Wyandotte County residents. A time capsule inside Lady Justice atop the dome. Oh wow, there's a time capsule up there. Oh, hold on a second. Time capsule inside Lady Justice atop the dome contains a copy of the movie commemorating Shawshank enthusiasts who supported the statue's 2009 restoration. Wow, that's crazy. So up here, the little, what the heck was her name? I literally just read it. Lady Justice. Lady Justice. She contains a copy of the movie, actually. So yeah, this is cool. I really like that they did this. They put this little marker here talking about it. This is fairly new. 2017. Yeah, I was about to say, it's not very old. Does it have anything on the back? I'm always curious if they put the same thing on the back. I think they did. Yeah, they did. So just for craps and giggles, let's walk up here. Once again, active courtroom, courthouse. You can't film in courtrooms, but I do have footage of years ago when they let us in there, and I got to film. So I actually do have some footage inside the court. Yeah, see, they're closed. You can't see anything in there at all. That weird glass stuff. But I got footage. I'm going to throw that in here now. So Frank Darabont, he actually wrote a few episodes of a very popular, didn't write, like it's based off a comic book, but he was like an executive producer of a very popular show. A lot of you guys have probably heard of it, The Walking Dead. Yeah, like the first 19 episodes, I think he was very heavily involved in, which includes the pilot, which is like one of the best pilots ever for a show. If you watch Shawshank, you'll notice there's an actor right at the beginning. He's the attorney or whatever it could be. The actor's name is Jeffrey DeMunn, and I'll put a picture of him right here. That's Jeffrey DeMunn, and the link here of why I'm talking about Walking Dead is because he actually played Dale in The Walking Dead as well, right here. These are the same guys. How cool is that? It's something I didn't really know. I had seen Shawshank before I had seen Walking Dead, and I remember watching Walking Dead going, man, that guy looks very familiar. And that's what it was. He was in both franchises. So, cool little link. I'm assuming Frank put him in there. It's kind of like a little cameo to a degree. Frank also directed The Green Mile, so the dude just must really like prisons, I guess. So, that's it. That's all I had. All right, and if you go just a little bit down the road from the courthouse, you'll find the Shawshank Redemption Wood Shop. This is one of the coolest things that still exist here. I was in here like 10 years ago or so. You can get on their website and try to get like a tour of the inside, but guys, the inside is so cool. It's literally like a movie set still. So it's very, very neat. There are actually people here. The 30th anniversary is not this weekend that I'm filming this, but the following weekend. So I know they're like getting prepped and ready for that. So I love this though. Like, so this is the building here, and if you look on that window, you can still see where it says Shawshank State Prison. And I don't know if that's from production per se, or maybe they just added that later. But yeah, this building, no joke, guys, it's like a freaking museum in there. But the inside of this looks like a movie set that hasn't been touched. Yeah, you can't really see inside here from the outside. Like I said, get on their website and talk to, I believe his name is Bill, and set up a time for him to come here. They're very nice people. I'm sure they'll let you in. But you know, this is kind of just like an old brick building that they took and converted into a movie set, and some Shawshank fans ended up buying it and keeping it alive. And it's, like I said, guys, it's so cool inside there. This is the wood shop. Like, the wood shop scenes, it looks exactly like it did. The machine Morgan Freeman standing by, all that stuff is still in there. When I was here 10 years ago, it was like a museum. No joke. And you can see here, official filming site of the Shawshank Trail. So, yeah, like Shawshank Wood Shop. Really, really cool. Let's peek inside here. Yeah, wow, look at that. You can see, it's kind of scary because there's some like mannequin guys in there. But you can see like the machinery and all that. There used to be like a thing where they had like t-shirts and stuff you could buy. If you look right here, I think that's what that is. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, actually. You're just seeing the outside. Yeah, right there. See that? There's a little section there. They had like t-shirts and things you could buy. There used to be props and stuff. I think this is where the original sign was for the Brooks library. I think they had it here. And that's why when I was at the prison, I was like, is that the original sign? Because I thought it was here. Maybe they moved it. They may have moved a lot of stuff, to be honest, to that little museum area. They also have some of the vehicles here that was in the movie. This is a must stop if you're checking out any of these Shawshank locations. You definitely want to check this out. Guys, no joke. I told you, they're getting set up for the 30th right now. You actually can see the prison bus right there on the back of this truck. You see that? That's the prison bus. And you can see other vehicles in there as well. I'm actually going to give Bill a call to see if he's here, to see if I can sneak inside there and check some stuff out. I've got his number. I'm going to reach out to him now. I was talking to the two gentlemen. They're actually getting ready to go on to a parade here. And so I just want to kind of show you guys this. This is actually the bus that Andy would have arrived in the movie. This is it. They're actually going to put it in a parade up in Cary, Ohio. So that's why it's on a trailer. Let's go around to the side here. Check this out. There's some other few vehicles in there too. I'm kind of just seeing maybe if Bill shows up, lets me go inside and check out some stuff. Look at that. That's cool. So he would have came right out that door right there and entered Shawshank. Kind of see inside here. Looks like he's actually doing some restoration work on it. You can see some of the body work. Got some new fenders on it. There it is. You can see the seats in there and everything. That's pretty freaking cool. Alright guys, it took some work, but I'm here. I am in the wood shop. So, shout out to Bill for letting me in here. This is the entrance here. Like, dude. Yeah, thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Super nice dude. You walk in here, you can just see some of the autographs that they've got. Looks like they've actually, I don't know if this is already, I think this already happened. This was the, Chubby Fat A. That's literally his name in the credits. And it smells so freaking good in here. Various autographs on the wall. Wow, look at this. There's a Tim Robbins and a Morgan Freeman. Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown will actually be here this weekend for the 30th, and I'm so jealous because that's freaking Mr. Krabs. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the Shawshank Wood Shop. I'm the only one in here. This is incredible. This is a movie set right now. This is what a movie set would look like. And it is just so crazy walking through here. So, and I asked Bill, because I saw this Brooks Hadlin Memorial Library sign over here, and I said, is this the original sign? He said, no. I said, how about the one at the prison? And he said, also no. And he believes that the original sign is, like, not existent. Like, it doesn't exist. No one knows what happened to it. This machine right here you can definitely see in the movie. This is the machine that Morgan Freeman's actually sitting in front of and working on stuff. So this is definitely from that movie. And here's a photo of some reenactors and the warden himself, Bob Gooten. I actually have some footage from the 20th anniversary with him in it as well. But yeah, this is literally a movie set, guys. I think I've said that 8 times. There's another machine here. This also might be in the wood shop scenes as well. And there is Clancy Brown right there with Tommy. Have fun in Ohio, Clancy. He is actually from Ohio, I'm pretty sure. It's so quiet and so nice. This is so freaking cool. Kind of just walking around here. The main selling point of the wood shop here is probably this machine and 100% this machine. This is a big deal, seeing this still here. I think they actually like run this stuff, like the electric works to it, I'm pretty sure. Again, I've got a video of it all running. It should have shown it by now, or if not, I'm gonna show it right freaking now. There you go. Now you've seen it. The only other thing in here that he said is from the movie, there's a clock over on the wall that is in the library scene when Tommy is taking the test. So I'm going to go over and show you guys that. This is so cool, man. I am standing in movie history. One of my favorite movies ever. I'm standing here. Wow. Real quick, I'll show you guys that clock he was talking about. Here it is. So this is the clock from the Shawshank prison library. It actually has a little marker there. I'll show that scene, or at least a screenshot right now. What's this stuff? I thought those were the beer cans from it, but they're not. So let's go over here. Let's look in these little cabinets over here, because wow, look, it's Rita Hayworth right there. Kind of glary, but Rita Hayworth. Various pictures here. I just know I was going to go over there, but I got distracted. Various pictures. Here's the truck from the end. I thought it was here. It's actually not. Somebody owns it kind of locally in town. I'm sure for the 30th it'll be out there. He does have the ambulance from Shawshank. He's working on restoring it right now, so I don't have any videos of that. Wow. These are pictures from when they were, well, I thought they were pictures from, there's the vault, the main vault, and the bank teller, who unfortunately has passed away. All right there, that's, pretty sure that's Bill. Yeah, Bill and April, they're the ones that own this place. Them with Morgan Freeman. Holy frick, that's cool. So there's just some various things in here. They are not, I thought forever this was the movie used thing. He has assured me that's not. It's all just replica stuff. Casting calls. Jeez, man. Wow. And look at this. All right, let's give it one last look. And then I'll say goodbye. So freaking cool. Such a beautiful overcast day here trying to film this stuff. So this is the road to Buxton scene, which is the beginning of probably my favorite scene ever in a movie, to be honest. It's way up there. It's such a rewarding ending to a great movie. But this would be where the red pickup truck goes down right here, and they would have dropped Red off somewhere around this area. The truck would have went that way, which ironically is where we're going to be going next to see one of the last scenes filmed in Ohio chronologically. I don't know if it was actually filmed there. And then Red would have went this way, and he would have looked at this, and this is it. This is the road to Buxton. And I'm noticing that there's a change. This house is getting renovated. And that was one of the deciding factors you used to be able to use to line up this shot, was that house. And it looks like they're fixing it up now. So that's going to be a little different. This old shed right here may still be in the shot. I know these trees back there are still in the shot. The Buxton sign would have been somewhere around this area, and he would have walked down this road, and that would have began what is one of the best rewarding endings to a movie ever. Him heading to the oak tree and heading down to see Andy. This is kind of the beginning, first shot of that sequence. After this, Morgan Freeman starts going through like some fields and various things. And I mean, sure, it's kind of possible to document it, but like also it's a field somewhere in Butler, Ohio, Mansfield, Butler, Ohio. So it's like, yeah, how the frick are you gonna find that type of thing? But yeah, this is it, road to Buxton, right here. And once again, it does have a Shawshank Trail official marker here. And it's at the corner of Hagerman and Snyder. You can get on their website and definitely find it that way. Also, we're going to head down this way about 3 minutes, though, and get the next shot as well. Hey guys, so I actually just sat and reviewed the footage for the scene in the movie right here. And it looks like that house is brand new, like that used to just be a field. I'm actually going to get out real quick and look at something. You can definitely see that old shed that I was showing you guys when he's taking off his jacket. You 100% see that shed. But I want to see if there's a house kind of in the middle there. I want to see if that's still there, so we're going to go see it and check that out. Okay, so I got in the truck and drove a little bit, and coincidentally, I think somebody was also checking out the filming location as I was leaving. But, so this is the shed I'm talking about. You can see this little house shed right there. This is the house that's in the shot, actually. And the only reason you can't see it is because there's corn right now planted. If it was like, you know, any other crop, you could actually see this house from where we were just standing. But this is the white house in that shot. I just want to make sure I got that correct. So this house is 100% in the shot, and that's how you could line up that scene. This is brand new. Brand freaking new. So they're building that house there, so forever that will be there, trying to line up that shot. So I wanted to make that clear. So, all right. Now we're going to go to the next spot. Folks, here we are, literally out in the middle of nowhere, Ohio. Like, just cornfields and a road with a passing car every once in a while. But this is another Shawshank Trail filming location. And it's actually the last scene, chronologically, in the movie that was filmed in Ohio. And it's the scene where Red is on the bus, driving down the road. He's talking about seeing his friend again. This is it. And again, here comes another car. It's really easy to like make this scene up in the movie because right here, this barn, house, whatever, looks exactly like that still. And I'm actually going to get a little closer because it looks like it's kind of far on the camera. So I'm going to walk down this road a little bit. But if you look and you pay attention, this is where you'd see the Trailways bus going down the freaking road. And you'd see him going up that hill. He's excited because he's getting ready to see Andy again. And that whole beach scene at the end when he's fixing up the boat is actually filmed, I think, in either North Carolina or South Carolina. But as far as Ohio filming locations go, right there, that's it. This was the final scene in Shawshank. You can definitely see that building right there in that shot, and it's actually, I mean, this is pretty close as far as how it looks. And I mean, I'll get over here a little bit. I don't want to stand in the middle of the road too long, but you can see right there a better shot of that house building thing. So that's pretty rad. That's pretty cool to see. I just want to walk it a little bit because I don't know, this is neat. Just this little spot here. It's not in the movie very long, but it's in it for a second. And it's really the last final scene in Ohio that is in the movie. So it's really cool to see that. freaking bus going down the road with Morgan Freeman in it. The climax. And it's right after one of the best scenes ever, and it's kind of still part of one of the best scenes ever. Shawshank has one of, like, literally, that's like the ending of Shawshank is so rewarding to watch. And this is pretty much the last scene other than the spot at the beach where they're fixing up the boat. So, here it is. I hope you guys are ready to hear me talk a lot, because this is the end of the video right here. This is where we're going to end it. And this was the location of the famous Shawshank oak tree. There's a car coming. So the Shawshank oak tree was here for years. It was somewhere around in this field. I believe it was over in this area. I don't know if it's tracking me or not, but I'll get another shot. It was over there. Here comes another car. Man, it's a busy freaking road. Anyways, it stood there. I used to come out here all the time and just like sit here and just look at the tree and either record or take pictures. I've got some recording of it when it was still standing. I actually have drone footage, and I think I'm the only one on YouTube with drone footage of it up in the air, or with it still standing, and then it fell like really shortly after I recorded that, and I got footage of it on the ground too before they removed it. Another car. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that in here, either here at the end of me talking. I'll put it in right now. Yeah, it's pretty awesome footage to have. That's pretty awesome footage to have. I'm really thankful that I got those shots before they tore it down, because now, as you can see, there's nothing here. It's just a field. They actually just started using it for farming again. They removed the wall. The rock wall's gone. You can see it a little bit in that footage. And they just reverted it back to what it is. So it's really sad to see this thing gone, just because I loved it so much. It was so cool to come out here and just literally stare at it. It actually still has a sign. There's, you know what? Here. Come with me real quick. Yeah, so I'm now that I've been looking at it, there's a gate right here. And I'm pretty sure that gate lined up with the tree. So it would have been over in this area a little bit, somewhere over here. But if you look, this is what I kind of was looking at, and I was like, wow, I can't believe that's still there. It actually still has the no trespassing, trees on private property. You could not get up there to it. And they watched this thing. You could not get up to that tree. The owners did not want people messing with it, which is really sad because basically we all missed out on an opportunity to go see the tree for what it was and what it is. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Shawshank Redemption is literally one of my favorite movies ever. And I really have to sit down and think. Like, I love a lot of sci-fi movies, but as far as like movies go and just regular movies, it's one of the most perfect films ever made. So, pretty excited to be able to document this stuff. I know this was a lot. I know this was a really long video. Thank you guys for sticking through it and watching it all. Here comes a car. Really means a lot to me. Frick. It really means a lot to me that you guys watched this video all the way to the end. Like I said, this was one of the videos I wanted to make years ago, and that's why I have that footage, and I never did it. And now was my opportunity to fix that and do it now. So that's what I did. That's why this video exists. All right, I'm gonna close out this video now. You guys have watched enough and been here for long enough. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. And remember, hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies. Get busy living or get busy dying. Like, subscribe, all that bull crap. Till next time.